Hello, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss Python list. List is basically collection of objects, and this collection can be either of same type of objects or we can have different types of objects in the collection. So a single list can contain strings, integers as well as objects of any other type. Lists can be used for implementing stacks and queues as well. And Python lists are mutable in nature. That is, they can be altered once declared. We will discuss the mutability of list again when we will do the examples related to lists. Lists are enclosed in square brackets. So when we have to declare a list, we make use of square brackets and we specify the elements of the list separated by comma. Now let's move to the Jupyter notebook so that we can create the different lists over there and apply the operations on lists. So first of all, let's create a list and then we will apply different operations on it. So we will create a list with the name employees and we will make use of square brackets. Here we will specify the members of this list separated by comma. So we are giving here few names for the employees list. Let's say Rahul and let's say okay. So now this is the list that we have created. We can print the type of employees. So here we give print type of employees. Let's run this much code. We can see this is of type list. Okay. Now if we have to print the complete list, we can give the name of the list in the print method. So if I say print employees, it will give all the members of the list. Here we go, Ram, Pooja, Rahul and Tarun. This is the list that we have created. And the next thing that we can do with the list is we can get the size of the list by using the len method. So if I say print len of employees, it will give us 4 as there are 4 elements in our list. Now let us see how we can access individual element of a list. List basically is an ordered sequence, so it maintains the order in which we add the elements to the list, and every element has an index associated with it. The very first element has the index 0, then 1, 2, 3 and so on. So if we have to fetch this Rahul from our employees list, we can use the index to fetch it. Now Rahul will have index 2. So if I say here print employees and if we give the index 2 over here, it should give us Rahul. Here we go. So this is how we can access elements by giving the index. We can also give a range. Like this, we can give print employees, like we perform the slicing for the string. Similarly, if I give over here 1:3, so it will give us output Pooja and Rahul, since we have given starting from index 1 till index 3, but we know that this end index is exclusive, so it will give us the element at index 1 and index 2 only. Ram is at index 0, then at index 1 we have Pooja and at index 2 we have Rahul. So we are getting Pooja and Rahul as the output of this particular statement. But if we give some incorrect index, then it gives us index error. Let's suppose if we say print employees and we give the index 22, which does not exist in our case, so it raises the index error. So we should make sure that we give the correct index while accessing the elements of the list through indices. Now, if we have to access the last element of the list, we can use negative index. We know that the last element has the index -1. So here we can give -1. So it will give us the last element from our list. So it will give us Tarun. Here we go. Similarly, we can access Rahul, which has the index -2. Pooja -3 and Ram -4. So you can use either the positive indices or the negative indices as per your requirement. Now let us see how we can update the element by giving the index. Now here we know that index 1 we have the element Pooja. If we want to update this particular value, we can do that as well. So if I say employees and I say index 1 and if I give the new value, then the existing value Pooja will be replaced by the new value. So let's suppose if we want to replace it with Tina. So we say replace the value by specifying the new value for the index 1. And if we print our employees list now, we will get the updated value. Let's run it. Here we go. Here you can see that we have Tina instead of Pooja over here. So now let's see what different arithmetic operators we can use on lists. So let's create two different lists for that. We will create two lists, employees 1 and employees 2. So let it be employees 1 and similarly we will give employees 2 and we will add few elements to it. Let's say Riya and Arun. Okay, so if we say print employees 1 plus employees 2. So here we should get a list which will have elements from list employees 1 and list employees 2. Let's run this. So here we have Ram, Pooja, Rahul and Tarun from employees 1 and Riya and Arun from employees 2. Similarly, we can use multiplication operator asterisk also here. So if I say print employees 2 multiplied by 3. So it will repeat the elements 3 times. So here we have Riya Arun and Riya Arun. So we have seen the use of addition operator and asterisk operator. We can also use comparison operators with the list. So let's use them. So I will just copy this two lists here in new cell and then we will use the comparison operators. So if I say print employees 1 is equal to employees 2. So here we are getting false because employees 1 has different set of elements and employees 2 has different members over there. Similarly, you can use other comparison operators as well. Now we will see the use of membership operator in list. So we will copy this. Now let's change the name to employees. Now if I say print and if I give a value over here Tarun in is the membership operator and then we give the name of our list. That is we are checking whether Tarun is present in employees list or not. So it should give us true. So here we are getting true. So we can use membership operator in as well as with the list. So in this tutorial we have seen some of the operations that we can apply on the list. We have seen that how we can print the list, how we can access the individual element of the list, how we can update an element of the list, and we have seen how we can apply some of the arithmetic operators and comparison operators as well as membership operator on the list element. Now in next tutorial we will apply a few more operations on the list, like how we can perform the deletion of the elements, how we can copy the list and so on. So catch you in next tutorial.